Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you stick around. In today's video, I am bringing you anti-MLM content. So of course, just as a disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and just my opinions. Today's video might be a little bit of old news because at the time of filming this particular event, situation, whatever you want to call it, happened a few weeks ago. If you guys follow Jessica Hickson on Instagram, she actually talked about this very extensively. And it was about a bunch of top It Works leaders. It was kind of like one of those mass exodus type of deals like what we saw with Monat when they went to iGenius, but this time it was It Works leaders that were leaving to go to Q Sciences. But this particular rep is one that I have reacted to quite a bunch of times, so if you're watching this, hey babe. But yeah, and the reason why you guys are gonna see why I just said that, because she said something similar in her video. I don't know if what she said in her video was directed towards me or if it was directed towards Jessica, because Jessica was talking about a lot of It Works leaders that were leaving, whereas I have just covered this rep quite a lot. I have spoken to her outside of YouTube. I kind of briefly touched on our conversation in one of my videos. I pretty much just said that she was very polite. She was very nice. She didn't say anything rude to me. It was a very good conversation. So I don't have anything bad to say about our conversation. A lot of people have told me their testimonials with this rep, so I know that to some people out there, I guess my exchange with her is not the norm, but I do just have to acknowledge that she was very nice to me and she was very polite. However, she made a video and this was sent to me a little bit ago. At the time of filming this, it's actually December 30th of 2022. By the time this is going to go up, it's going to be a little bit from now, because yeah, I'm just trying my best to be consistent in the new year, and I've been trying my best since October, which, speaking of, some people have reached out to me and commented on my videos saying that they haven't seen my videos in a while, that there might be something wrong with the algorithm or whatever the case may be. Some people aren't even getting, because they have notifications on. My only, I guess, suggestion from what I've seen other YouTubers say is if you have notifications on, turn them off and then turn them back on again. I have seen some people say that if you unsubscribe and then resubscribe, you'll start seeing my videos, because quite a number of people did not know that I have been back since October. So I did just have to say that. But anyway, this intro is super long. Let's just hop right in, because the video that we're going to be reacting to, it is kind of long. There are certain things that I'm going to cut out if there are long pauses. There are two kind of personal things that she mentioned, so I'll probably cut that out too. One of them is something that I have been keeping out of my videos. So again, I will do the same thing with that if she mentions it. I think she mentions it twice. But anyway, okay, let's just get into it.
Let's talk about everyone leaving It Works. Let's, shall we? I would love to. I was waiting for y'all to bring that up. Let's talk about all the top leaders leaving right after payday, all around the same time in the same week. What is going on? What are y'all doing? Do you think we're dumb? Y'all found a new opportunity all at the same time? Y'all are holding hands leaving because you saw something you can't unsee? You found something so great? Yeah, let's talk about it. Y'all want to know the tea on that? I talked about it the other day. I didn't sign an NDA. Y'all can't come for me. I'm just saying what I've seen on Facebook and what I've been told, and who's called me, who has firsthand experience, who was flown out to corporate with that company. Y'all are ruining the industry.
I'm going to pause it there because I love her attitude with this. I love I just love the pettiness that is coming out. I absolutely love it. So girl, if you're watching this, I love this because as you guys are going to see, we're going to get into it in a minute. But the reason why I wanted to pause it is there was one thing that I don't agree with. And she said that these are the types of people, I'm paraphrasing here, but that these are the types of people who are ruining the industry. In my opinion, of course, you guys can disagree with me. Any MLM reps can disagree with me, but I think that the industry was ruined long before this type of stuff was going on. Because for me, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I personally do not like the structure, the multi-level marketing structure. I think it is a terrible one, and a lot of people, as I've said so many times, lose money, don't break even, maybe even go into debt. Some people might make a little bit of a profit where it's maybe 100, couple hundred in a year. So that's not really, in my eyes, that's not worth it at all. And I do think that the structure itself is a scam. So I don't think that these leaders leaving is going to kind of ruin the industry. I think that there's a stigma surrounding multi-level marketing for a reason already. This just doesn't help their case. So I'll just say that this just doesn't help their case at all.
Okay, so allegedly, that girl that does the YouTube about anti-MLM, she's gonna love this. She's gonna eat this shit up. This is for you, babe. Allegedly, this company that they're all going to, which is the same company that tried to recruit me 2-3 years ago when I was heavy with It Works. They tried to buy me too. And I was like, no, your products are trash and you can't buy me. Okay? Turned them down a couple years ago. This same company flew out 17 top leaders from It Worksies. And before I say anything, I genuinely feel sorry for It Works. Like, I had a few issues over there, more so with compliance, like with the compliance department and certain individuals that were in the business. But corporate itself and my journey with It Works was a beautiful, beautiful journey. Like, I learned so much. I made buku money. I am still so close with my entire team that I had over there. I am very, very grateful for that opportunity. I just outgrew it. I lost my passion. It wasn't sustainable for me anymore, so I made the decision to leave. Now, when I left It Works, this is what happens. When you're a big hitter in business,
the thing, I just want to pause it here because the thing about this portion is when I reacted to, there were a few videos that I reacted to of her talking about leaving It Works. There were two in particular. One of them was pretty intense. Some of you actually reached out to me and said that you couldn't finish watching it because there was just too much yelling going on. I tried to censor out every single word that was a cuss word out of that video because there were a lot and I just don't want to get demonetized. I personally don't care if people swear. However, she was just not the one to mess with in that video. So for her to say this and to just remember what she said in those videos, she's kind of, in my opinion, it's a little contradictory, just a little bit, because certain things that she said in those videos, it seemed like she wasn't making money, and she'll eventually go into it in this video where she says that she didn't work the business for a year. But in those videos, she talked about how her last 2 years within It Works were not that great because they changed something with the comp plan. But here she's saying something different. In those videos, I know that she said something about corporate not being the problem, it was compliance, and then the other leaders and the other people within the company, if I'm remembering correctly. That's and I'm again paraphrasing here. So it's kind of strange that she's saying this now, but anyway, let's get back to it.
Or you are a mass producer or a mass enroller and you create a name for yourself in the network marketing world. What happens when you leave your company is it's like a shark smelling blood, okay? You are going to be approached by several different companies and they're going to come to you and say, hey, like if you come to us, we're going to pay you X amount of money. Hey, if you come over here, they do like what's called bridge bonuses, okay? Where they will offer you bonuses if you meet their stipulations and their quotas, and they'll pay you that set amount of money. Some companies do this, not all. But then there's companies like this one that flew out 17 top leaders secretly, made them all sign NDAs. Some of them did not sign the NDA, made them sign this, and then sat them down and said, we're going to offer you $30,000 to $40,000. We're going to place you at the top of the tree, and you're going to have unlimited amounts of pay, and you're going to get all these buku incentives if you come and make this your home and you bring your team with you. So they said, okay. Also, you're going to have to sign a contract with us for 2 years, and if you leave before that 2 years is up, you're going to have to pay us all that money back. They said, okay. What is wrong with you? So this is what they're doing. Not only were you just bought from the company that you raved about for years, it's the best thing ever. You have unwavering faith. You were just bought. Now you're going to go look your teams in the face and say, y'all, I found this amazing opportunity. You have to come with me, and bring your team over knowing they're not going to get any of these incentives. They're not going to get these bonuses. They're not going to get this pay. They have to build their business from the ground up, just like anybody else would, while you sit there and profit. Oh, it's people like you that ruin the industry. It's people like you that put a price tag on people's foreheads. Now, when I left It Works, I was approached by several different companies.
All of what she just said is, yeah, we hear about these bridge contracts all the time. We hear about this kind of stuff all the time. The fact that she's saying that allegedly, and the company, she didn't name the company, but from what we've seen, a lot of these top It Works leaders had left It Works, and they are now part of Q Sciences. As she's also saying, it's a little suspicious, as Bailey Sarian would say, that you are all going to the same company. And a lot of the posts that I was seeing Jessica Hickson post on her Insta stories, because she was following this a lot of the posts were very similar. A lot of them were just, it's almost as if everything was scripted. I think some of them were even almost exactly the same, I can't remember 100%, because like I said, at the time of filming this had happened already, I want to say like a week or two ago. So it's very vague in my mind. But yeah, everything that this rep is saying in this video is the things we talk about, the things anti-MLMers know about. And it's just, yeah, everything she's saying when she's saying that, oh, you know, you're going to go to this company now, you're going to make all this money, and you're bringing your team with you, but you're getting all of these bonuses, whereas your team has to build from the ground up. Another thing that I would question, because when it comes to going to another MLM company, you're not supposed to cross recruit. So I wonder if these reps, since obviously she knows something about this, there are people who didn't sign the NDAs like she's saying. I'm sure they told It Works about this. I don't know if there's proof of it or whatever the case may be, but I wonder if there are going to be some kind of lawsuits over this. I'm curious, because cross recruiting is not allowed. I don't know if It Works has some kind of policy. I can't remember, because I haven't looked at their policies and procedures in a while. It's been a hot minute. So I don't know if that's part of it. I'm sure it is, though, because a lot of these MLM companies have that in their policies. But yeah, so everything that she's saying here, yeah, pretty much agree with, except for the part where she said that they're ruining the industry, because as I've already said a little bit earlier in this video, the industry is ruined anyway. This is just not helping their case.
Companies. I was offered huge bonuses, all the way up to $100,000. I said no. Even, y'all know, a has been struggling. I have been struggling so bad. I could have easily taken those, gone that route, brought people with me, done my job as a entrepreneur, network marketer, and been fine, been all set. But I said no, because I don't want to attach my name to anything that I don't truly believe in. If I do something, I want to be passionate about it, and I want to truly love it, because I cannot look my market in the face and sell a product and have my people spend their hard-earned money on something that I can't say I know that works. And that's what they're all doing. If this company was so great, why do they have to buy you? Why do they have to go buy big hitters? Why? If they're so great, they're the best in the industry. Why are they having to pay everybody to come? That's weird. Have fun getting your pantsuit off. And I feel so bad for your teams. Like, it is one thing. Here's my thing. It is one thing to leave an opportunity because you don't want to be there anymore, because you have outgrown it. It served its purpose. You found something that you truly love, right? That's one thing. But that's not what's going on here. These people were paid. They were dangled a check in their face and someone threw some scare tactics their way. Hey, your company's going down. It's not going to be around soon. You're going to need something. And instead of using an ounce of common sense and taking your work ethic and your integrity and applying it somewhere that you actually believe in, y'all took the bait. And now you're going to screw over your entire team in the process. It's sad and it makes me livid because there's people like me that turned down those same offers, went and found a company that I truly believed in, and I'm building my business from the ground up. And it might take me longer, and I'm taking the longer, harder route, but I know in the long run, it's going to be stronger. And I can sleep at night.
I know that there's a little bit of, in my opinion, kind of like virtue signaling happening here. I don't know if she's doing that on purpose or what the case is, because she will eventually talk about how she found Amare and how she really truly likes Amare and the product and everything. But as you guys know from previous videos, if you've seen those videos, if I remember, I'll try to link them below. But there were some claims that she was making that, in my opinion, were pretty dangerous to be making. But she has very good points here. I don't know what else to add to this, because I actually agree with what she's saying here. Granted, I don't agree with the fact that she's for multi-level marketing companies and that she is in a multi-level marketing company. But what she's saying, yeah, it makes sense. And I agree with it.
The 5-minute pay, that shit sounds like a scam to me. I know what you're talking about. That's not the same company. A lot of leaders left for that 5-minute pay bullshit too. That's like all weight loss. That's like 2 products, all weight loss. Somebody texted me, one of the leaders texted me, and she hasn't talked to me in years, and she's like, girl, I have the perfect opportunity for you. I would place you where you would get paid on 5 different levels, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I didn't even write back, because I'm like, first of all, this sounds like a scam. And why are you approaching me after years and not talking to me? But that's not the same. That's not the company that came in and
I really can't believe that I'm agreeing with a lot of things that she's saying. But I'm pausing it because I actually remembered something that I wanted to say before. And that is, how do the people who are at the alleged company that we're talking about here, and that's Q Sciences, but I wonder if it is Q Sciences and if Q Sciences actually did this, because I don't want to get sued. So I'm just being very careful with my wording here. But if this all allegedly happened, hypothetically speaking, how do the top leaders at Q Sciences right now feel about this? Because some of those people, if they didn't get bridge contracts, and let's say that they did get to the top by themselves without help from the company, in this situation, I would say that you would have help from the company. How do those top leaders feel that all of a sudden these top leaders from another company are coming in, getting these extra bonuses, getting these massive teams, being put at the top? How do they feel about it? How do they think that that's fair? And yeah, I understand that these leaders are really high ranking and they've probably made a name for themselves within the industry. But I'm just curious, how do those other people feel? Is this fair? In my opinion, no.
And swooped in on It Works. That's not the same company. The company that came in and preyed on It Works is the same company that tried to get me 2-3 years ago. I should look for the messages. I actually think that I made a status about it a couple years ago. And I was like, yeah, stop trying to recruit me. Can't be bought. Yeah, they're like, get paid in 5 minutes. Okay. Why? Who the wants to get paid every 5 minutes, first of all? When she texted me that, I was like, who would want to get paid every 5 minutes? What? $5 every 5 minutes? Like, for what? No. So I can go buy a McChicken 3 times a day? Then where's all my money at? It's so stupid. No, they can't. That's why they had all these people sign NDAs, but they can't keep their lips shut, so everybody knows about it. Like, it's shady. It's slimy. Like, how are you going to crawl out of this one? And then these same leaders had the audacity to go to their teams that are now questioning them. And they're like, hey, like, I heard this. Is this true? And they're like, no, I'm not getting a bonus for going over there. I'm not. Yes, you are. Why are you lying? No, I couldn't do both businesses at once. I still shop from the shop, but I don't do the business side anymore. No, it's literally poaching. And then half of them literally were like using bits and parts of my leaving at work speech. Like, I grew up here. Y'all are sick. That's why I didn't with y'all when we were all in business together. That's why I stayed away from you guys. That's why I stayed in my own lane with my little team and we did our own thing, because we are not like you. And they did it the day after payday. Yeah, most of them did it right after getting paid. I feel bad for It Works. If I did not love Amare, like if Amare did not exist, I'll say that. If the company I'm with right now did not exist, I would go back to It Works purely out of spite for these people. Thank you for clearing the top 20. See you later. See ya. Because It Works, like, I had a beautiful, beautiful journey there. The first 5, almost 6 years couldn't have went better, you know? But over time, you outgrow things. And like I said, like, it's one thing to outgrow an opportunity, but when you are only leaving because you're being bought out, and then you have the audacity to, instead of going and growing organically, you're going to, under false pretenses and circumstances, bring your team with you, knowing they're not ever going to make what you're making. Let's argue. Because I could have did what y'all did. I could have went and gotten bonuses. I could have been set. No, I went and found what I actually believed in, and I'm building from the ground up. Same to you. And like I said the other day, like, me and my team over here at Amare, like, we're cheering y'all on. The leaders that chose to stay, and I still have friends, I still have girls that were on my It Works team that are still over there working the business because they genuinely love the business and that's what they're passionate about. And I cheer them on. You know, I didn't leave It Works because the products didn't work. I didn't leave It Works because it was a bullshit ass company. I left because I outgrew it and my passion was gone.
But in one of the videos that I reacted to of her, she said that she only used the one product and then they got rid of that one product. I think it was called like celery something. I can't remember 100%, but I'm pretty sure that she said that that's the only product that she really liked and that they got rid of it. Then she went on to say that you can find certain things that It Works has on Amazon, again, if I'm remembering correctly, because that was over the summer that I reacted to that video. So it's been a hot minute since I've reacted to it. But I just have to say, all the shade that she is throwing. Girl, you were right in the beginning. I am eating this up.
That's why. Theirs didn't. They're still there. And I cheer them on. And I know of a few leaders that were made those same offers and they turned them down. And I have nothing but respect for them for doing that. And then we wonder why there's anti-MLMers. We wonder why people feel like direct sales people put a price tag on their forehead. This is why. You're taking advantage of your entire team. Your team.
This isn't why. This just isn't, as I've already said so many times, it's just not helping your case within the multi-level marketing industry. There are plenty of reasons why there are anti-MLMers. It's not just because of situations like this. This is one of the many reasons why. For me personally, as I already said in the beginning of this video, I don't like the structure. I don't like the tactics. I don't like this kind of shit that's going on. Because just like she already said, it's slimy and it's gross. I agree. I really couldn't agree more. I don't know how I'm going to title this video, because do I title it I agree with mostly everything that this rep is saying? Because there are a lot of things in this that she's saying that I do agree with. Again, some things I don't, but she brings up really good points in the entire video. That's why I'm not really saying much of my opinion, because I don't know what else to add. I agree with a lot of the things that she's saying.
Your team that trusted you for years with your last company, that trusted you, got on your trainings, listened to you talk, held your hand and tried to run to the top with you. They trust you, and you're turning around and spitting on them. See how long that money lasts you. And I'm sorry, what company is that dumb to fly out 17 people and you didn't think the tea was going to get spilled? You thought all 17 of them were going to keep their mouth shut? You thought all these women leaving at the same time, all joining the same company, people weren't going to dig around in that and be like, You thought all 17 were going to rock with you? All while acting like they didn't get paid. Exactly. And most of them are the same exact girls that made statuses and threw shade my way, talking about quitting and leaving companies just because you're not being paid as much anymore because you're not working as hard. Of course I wasn't being paid as much because I wasn't working as hard. I didn't work for a year. I stopped working for a year. Why? Because I was depressed and I wasn't excited about what I was selling anymore. Duh.
But again, as I already said in one of the previous videos, she said that her last 2 years at It Works, she wasn't making as much money just because maybe there were other reasons like how she's saying here, but the main reason in that video she said was because the comp plan changed. They changed something. I don't know exactly what they changed because she didn't clarify in that video, but she said that they changed something and that's why a lot of people weren't making as much money as they were. So the last 2 years, it was a little bit more of a struggle for her. But here she's saying something else. So maybe it's a little bit of both. She's in a way kind of defending It Works in this video, but in a previous video, she wasn't too happy about the situation. So I don't know.
Now y'all want to leave? A lot of their teams do know, but they're telling their teams that they weren't paid. They're just lying. But I don't give a shit. It's all the same girls that were so judgmental towards me. I was always the trashy one. I was the one whose husband was and I speak my mind, and my team smokes weed and we get drunk at events. We were always the trashy team. Oh, but our numbers were doing numbers. We were small but mighty. Y'all hated us.
That makes me really sad that her team was seen as the trashy one, as she just said here. She also mentioned about how her team smoked weed and they drank at events and stuff. But, I mean, unless if they were getting sloppy, like sloppy drunk, then I think at an event, like a work event, that might not be seen as professional. I wouldn't necessarily call it trashy though. I mean, like I said, I wasn't there, so I don't know exactly how bad it was. Were they wrecking the hotel rooms? Were they sloppy? Were they acting unprofessional and just acting like just completely out there? I wasn't there, so I don't know. But that makes me sad that her team was seen as trashy. In addition to that, just because they smoked a little bit of devil's lettuce, then along with that, because they drank at events. But yeah, I don't know how that would be seen as trashy. And I might be wrong, but I don't drink and I don't smoke or anything. So this is just coming from an outsider. I used to do those things, but I don't anymore because I just don't want to. But I wouldn't see someone as trashy just because they do those things. Again, unless if they were getting sloppy, like really, really sloppy, yeah, that's not very professional at a work event. But I wouldn't necessarily call it trashy. Maybe I'm wrong. but I wasn't there. I don't know exactly how they were acting. So I don't know. But that makes me sad if her entire team was labeled a certain way because of stuff like that.
And I'll forever be that than what you are. Because anybody that worked with me in It Works knew that I put them first. They knew that my number one priority was making sure that my team was successful so that they could feel what I was feeling. Yeah, there was a few girls that didn't like me. Don't care. You were awful. You were awful. But for the most part, anybody that's ever worked for me, that's with me, that's why they come and work with me again. I went from It Works to the shop to Amare. I have all the same people following me, all the same customers following me. I wonder why. Because they're like, all right, I know I can trust you.
From testimonials that I have had sent my way, there are a number of people who didn't have a great experience with her and who have had certain things to say about her. My only interaction with her was that message that she sent me, and it was a good one. So I can't speak from my own experience, but I can definitely just bring up other people's experiences. So not everyone had the same experience. So if she's saying like, oh, these other leaders, that they were awful and stuff, maybe there's stuff that was going on behind the scenes that was being said that certain people don't know about. And I understand sometimes kind of complaining to your friends or your family and just kind of, you know, just saying certain things that you don't think are going to be said to someone else. I get that. Or saying things out of frustration. But if there's a top leader who's possibly complaining about their team or putting other people down, but yeah, on the outside, they're making themselves look a certain kind of way. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know if that's what she's talking about here. I don't know if that's what was going on, but yeah, if that was one of the many cases of what could have been happening, yeah, that's messed up.
You like my hair this color? Thanks. When I use that purple shampoo and I blow dry it, it looks really good. It's looking dingy right now. It's looking a little dingy. I need my roots done. Like, I'm not going to go. Here's the thing. I obviously know how to make money. And I've said that many times. Like, you want someone to teach you how to build your network and make money online? You know I'm the girl for that because that's all that I'm good at. Let's be real. I don't have a degree. I didn't finish college, but I know how to build social media.
That made me really sad that she said that about herself, that that's the only thing she's good at. That makes me really sad. And she followed it with, she doesn't have a college degree. A college degree doesn't make you better than anybody else. And that's coming from someone who, I have an MBA. So I don't think that degrees make anybody better than anybody else. I don't think that if you're able to, like how she said, build on social media, this isn't building on social media though. This is multi-level marketing. But if you are an actual content creator or an influencer and you are building on social media, yeah, you don't need a degree for that. And I don't know. I feel like that makes me sad that she just said, oh, that's the only thing I'm good at. I'm sure there are other things that she's good at. I don't know why. That just really made me sad. And I know a lot of people who are watching this who don't like her are probably going to be upset that I'm saying that. But at the end of the day, I really truly wish the best for all of these reps. I hope that certain situations humble them, and I hope that some of them will hold themselves accountable for certain things that they've done or said. But I don't know. That makes me feel really bad for her that she just said that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it.
I know how to do sales. I've been doing it for 8 years. So I already have that business mindset. I know how to teach people how to be successful, but it took me 10 years to build the market that I have now. It took me a decade to get where I'm at now. I put a lot of time and effort and transparency and vulnerability into building this market that trusts me. You think I'm going to go all over and ruin my reputation for a check? Then anything I do after that, I've lost all credibility. Y'all go and order these products because I say I can't unsee what I've seen. It's so great knowing y'all haven't even tried the products. I sat around with my new company now. I sat around and tried the products first. They were sent to me for free by my friend because I wasn't going to do anything else. And I was like, fine, I'll try them. Like, you say it'll help me, I'll try them. She sent them to me for free. I tried them first, fell in love with them. Then I joined the business. Promoted 3 times in 2 weeks. That's what growing organically, that's what being truthful, and growing organically does. And all the girls that join with me, I've told them all, when you join, don't think that I'm going to expect you to jump into the business right away. You can wait to get your package. You can wait to get your products and see how they make you feel. You know, like, I want it to be genuine. I want you to be able to post with confidence. So don't feel like when you join me, you have to start working the business immediately and we have to launch you right away, because you can wait for the little 5 to 7, 10 days to get your products, get on them. And once you have results, or once you feel like, you know, yeah, I can stand behind this, then you can jump into the business. I don't force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. I want everything to be completely authentic. That's why I was successful. That's why I had a team that was so tiny, but we were constantly in the top with our sales numbers because we were doing things the right way. Never sent a cold message in my life. I've been in network marketing for 8 years. I've never sent a cold message. Everything I do is attraction marketing. And that's what I teach my team. If cold messaging works for you, that's fine. I don't like cold messaging. I'm not going to message you and make you feel weird. You know, my first conversation with you is not going to be about sales. You come to me if you're interested in what I'm doing, you know? It's just like, there's right and wrong ways to do things, and what's taking place is wrong. And like, to people that are in this industry, it probably doesn't matter, you know? But to the people that are, and I do have so many women that follow me that have done sales, like, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, it's shitty what's being done to my old company. It's shitty what's being done to their teams. And then it's real shitty to see these top leaders that made so much money and profited so much off of their teams that are just going and doing it again, knowing they're going to be failing these people. Like, don't know how you're sleeping. And I don't care if that's mean. I don't care if that's harsh. You know better, do better. Y'all want to put your name behind It Works all these years. It Works is known for integrity. That's the number one thing that CEO slammed into our heads, was working with integrity. And then look. Makes me mad. Just because it gives a bad name to everybody. You know, it makes my job harder. People come across my page and be like, oh, that girl does online sales. Like, she's probably just like all these other people, not knowing that I'm not. You know, like, I knew that we had a sale coming, right? And the sale was like 5 days away. Every person up until this sale, I said, wait to order. And you know that's a big no-no in business, because if you get somebody that's hot and ready, you better snatch them up right then and there, because they might change their mind. I told every person, wait to order until this day. I will put your number down in my phone and I will text you when the sale drops. You'll be able to save 30%. Knowing that that sale was going to drop my volume. I was losing money doing that, but I was saving my customers money. That's the type of person that I am in business. If I can save you money, I'm going to do it. I'll wait a couple days. And I'll take a little hit to my paycheck for you to be able to get your hands on these, because I know you're genuinely going to love them and fall in love with them. And you deserve to get it for as cheap as possible. I'm not here to, you know, knock people's heads off and just, you know, hurt your pockets. But I'll tell you what, this whole thing just makes me so much more grateful for the company I'm with. And I was telling one of my friends that does really well with It Works, I was like, listen, because she's like, I might not be with It Works forever, you know, like, she told me, she's like, just like you outgrew it. Everybody can outgrow things. And I was like, well, if you ever need a home, you know, you can come here, you know, like, we back you up 100%. And she's like, if you ever decide to come back, you know, you can come back to me. You know, that's how it's supposed to be in business. I don't look at any other company as competition, because you don't have what we have. And like, I believe in what I believe in, and I'm not putting my name behind anything that's going to tank me later. I'll tell you that right now. And where I'm at, the company name literally stands for love, and their entire movement is based around mental wellness and making people feel the best that they can feel. So I am so grateful for this opportunity, and I'm good where I'm at. Even if I'm starting from ground zero. So that's the tea out all that y'all have been seeing.
I'm going to end it there. I will say that if you guys want to watch the videos that I reacted to her talking about Amare, feel free to do so. I will try to remember to put those in the description box because there were a lot of claims that to me were just dangerous in my opinion. So the company that she was talking about, she kind of goes over certain things a little bit more in those videos. But yeah, girlfriend spilled the tea. So thanks, babe. But yeah, I don't know if this video was directed towards me or Jessica, because Jessica was kind of calling out a lot of It Works leaders when this was going on. But I did have a conversation with this rep. I did cover her a lot at the end of 2022. So I don't know who it was directed towards, but if it was directed towards me, yeah, she was right. I ate that shit up because a lot of the things that she spoke about, they're things that I agree with. A lot of the things she said, I do agree with what these leaders are doing, with what these companies are doing. It is really slimy. I don't like it. And I think that, yeah, it does. It kind of gives a stigma, you know, it kind of helps the anti-MLM movement's case because, yeah, this is what we talk about. We talk about the scammy, slimy, sketchy ways that these companies go about certain things. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm going to go because I'm actually, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it in the video, but I'm getting over a cold right now. So I'm starting to get a little a little stuffed up again. So I'm going to go ahead and go. That'll be my cue to kind of sign off here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I will see you guys next time. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye.